Welcome to Shepherd's Fashions and our Fashion Friday video. We're talking about the apple shape today, which is me.
That's you.
I used to be an hourglass, but I morphed into an apple over time. 2 C-sections and life. But we've got some great tips coming up on how to dress the apple, and I hope you've enjoyed this series. This is the fifth.
The fifth, yes.
We've dealt with all the body shapes.
And we've got a special surprise for next week. So a lot of the tips pertain to the apple, and you're going to get to see Marlene model, yay! But also to all other body shapes as well, so stay tuned. Did you know that 2 apples a day keeps the doctor away?
Well, I don't know about that. I had a gallbladder removed.
I've had 11 surgeries.
Anyway.
So ladies, the apple shape is the one shape in our roster that some women morph into, so that you're not born an apple, but some women become an apple. What defines the shape? So what happens quite often with the apple is that changes start at the neckline. So we'll have what we call a dowager's hump. It's a little extra here, right here. And then the shoulder line starts to angle down, to slope, okay? Because this happens, all of a sudden you'll see the length of the arm feel and look longer against the body. There will often be a little bit of fullness as well in the arm that goes right over the elbow as well. Then let's talk about the tummy. That's what we all want to know, right? So Karen, come on over. So the apple tummy is defined because it comes right from the bust line down. It's different to the tummy that a pear could have, or an hourglass that starts from the waist down. As you see here on Karen, it starts like so, okay? It's almost like it's one entity, if you will. It's round in shape, hence the name the apple. Quite often, it'll go off on the sides as well. Now, ladies, you've got fantastic, great legs.
Well, thanks, after all that.
Well, you've got great, super legs. So an asset definitely to keep on hold of and to maximize. So what's the recipe to dress the apple? You want to accentuate the shoulder line, structure it. You want to keep the bust defined, and then you want to minimize here and maximize your leg line. Let's get started. Marlene's back with one of our miracle pieces here at Shepherd's.
Yeah, this top, I have it in black and a few colors, and it's great. It comes sleeveless or long sleeve, but it really does work, doesn't it, for especially an apple?
Exactly, and you know, all shapes, I would say, almost, right? Why does it work? Well, neckline great here, okay? Enhances a longer neckline. We'll talk about the shoulder in a minute, but we've got all these beautiful vertical lines going. So kind of cutting across the width of the tummy. Again, same thing with this asymmetrical hem, bringing the eye up and down. The color here, fabulous, because it brings color close to the face. And the jersey is reprised here in the texture on the pant. So really nice and flowing look.
Very comfortable too.
Yes.
It doesn't crease. But you know, it's shoulder pads, and you talked about an apple having sloping shoulders. I have had them for many years, and the shoulder pad has been my saving grace.
Yes.
Now, they're not the old shoulder pads as we remember in the 80s, the dynasty days.
Yes.
These are just much more trimmer, and really what they do, so you can kind of see my shoulder without and with. So you decide, which one do you think looks better?
It's all about adding a soft structure that looks natural at the end of the day.
Exactly.
To balance out the fullness again in the midsection.
And really, I mean, you know, the thing is, you know, men in their suits, they always have shoulder pads in their suits.
Yes.
And that gives them those lovely broad shoulders, which just, so clothes just hang off you. So if you weren't blessed with great shoulders, you can certainly add them with the shoulder pad.
Sure.
So these are great. We sell them in the store. They have a little tab here that you actually put them underneath your bra strap so they stay on. But I won't do that right now. But you see, they just fit over just like that. So they just sit. They just give you the balance. As you can see, you don't always want to build your shoulder up. You just want to sort of straighten it out.
Exactly. Guess what? We've got the perfect jeans for an apple shape. So what we're looking for any kind of bottom, right, for the apple, is a pant that doesn't have a lot of extra details at the waistline. So a pull-up pant, pull-up jean is amazing. You all know about our up jeans. fantastic. They're a staple here at Shepherd's, and we also have the NYDJ, which you're wearing now. And how do you feel in them?
Oh, I love them. They're not too tight. They're comfortable. They're not tight around the belly. They're just, I love them.
They're great.
They're great.
What we won't show you today, what we want you to imagine is that this, the waist on the pant comes up over the fullest part of the tummy, and that's essential because that'll prevent the pant from riding down on the tummy. So we've just received a collection of waffle texture jackets, and if you want to come in, Linda, just to showcase that beautiful texture, this is what we call a light waffle, so light in texture, but the shape here is amazing for a petite apple. So it's not too long, curved hemline, doing all the right things. We've kept a monochromatic look, and then the jewelry is quite nice and strategic as well. So we wanted to show something close to the neckline. Then of course, as you know, we love our long necklaces. Nothing too big in scope here. So if you're going to do a pendant, nothing too circular. We want to not kind of reinforce that circular shape over the tummy. Let's look at the back as well. So we've done a hoodie on Karen. It lies flat against the body. We don't want to add any additional bulk on the body. So this is a beautiful shape of hoodie, color close to the face, great with the jean. Then we're going to remove the top and show you the tunic underneath. Continuing with our cotton denim look. Karen, I want to know, how tall are you?
I'm 5'1".
Great, so a glorious petite.
Yes.
Yes, always smiling.
Always smiling.
So here's another piece from it's our Focus collection. It's 100% cotton, as is the waffle jacket you were just wearing. And why does this work? Well, again, what this top does so beautifully is that it just skims over the tummy area. We're introducing length, kind of an interesting hemline here, just soft A-line, not too much, because we don't want to lose Karen when we use too billowy a look. We're losing her. Okay, so, and again, color. Do you like this
I
color?
love the color.
And this purple is a very trending color for the fall season. Okay, so we're giggling. So what we've done is that we've cut our gorgeous apple in so many ways. First of all, we've done the wrong color blocking. And then we've accentuated the waist here with a belt right at the fullest part of the tummy, which again is really not great. We've done a big kimono sleeve that accentuates here, adds width again against the tummy. All no-nos. So let's take this off, shall we?
Yes, please.
So here we have Karen in our revised look. The good look that we find really flatters the apple shape and a petite as well. You may recognize this jacket. We showcased it on the rectangle in last week. So we wanted to show that a lot of our pieces can kind of go on to different body shapes. And this piece in particular is amazing. It offers Karen the structure at the shoulder line as per our recipe for the apple. We're keeping it simple here, devoid of any extra details. The jacket is just skims along and breaks up the line of the tummy. It's a high-low neckline, which for petite, hemline, which for petite is super. Now, a lot of ladies, Karen included, used to shop a lot of petite stores. You'll find that there are less and less petite lines, and that's because the industry has changed. There's a lot more pull-on pants, a lot more stretchy fabrics, which means that petites can come to stores like Shepherd's and find a lot of pieces that will actually work for their proportions.
Everything I buy here fits. It fits comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to hem anything or change the size. Everything's good. Everything fits well.
That's great. So less tailored looks, but really wearable looks is the beauty of today's fashion industry. Okay, so again, coming back to the petite, also take a look at the arm length here. Again, if you're a taller girl, you can do that. This is overwhelming Karen's frame. So Joseph Rukoff brilliantly thought, you know what, we can cuff up the arm and just add a little bit of extra color here. If you wanted to bring down, depending on how you want to wear your hair, you want to bring down the collar as well. You can on this jacket. And then if you could have a look here, see how this just lies beautifully and skims beautifully against the body. Now, the rest of the equation here has to do with the bottom, the pant. You have to keep to a slim, slender line pant on this, or else it will overwhelm the petite frame and the apple. how could we forget the most important part of this? It's the underpinning, the top. And it's the slant top from Simply. And Karen, I think you have one or two of these.
I have 5 tops.
You have 5! So we've got to show it, right? This is one of our Wardrobe Wednesday basics, if you've been watching our Wardrobe Wednesday series with Lisa and the gang. So this is the slant top from Simply. It works for almost every body shape. Why does it work? Well, asymmetrical hemline here at the neckline again opens up. Keeps it nice and close to the body here, kind of empire waist, as I like to say. Just floats off the body here on the tummy, and asymmetrical hemline. So again, for a petite girl or a taller girl alike, this is amazing. Do you wear this a lot?
I do. I wore it this morning when I came to the store.
Yes, you did. Dressing to flatter your figure and your style has to do with your body shape and your style personality, a subject that we will get into a little more. But as it turns out, Marlene is a dramatic. You may not know this about her style personality, and it happens to coincide with her body shape. This is why. As we've talked about the recipe for the apple, you want to keep things simple, almost uniform-like. So keep it simple over the tummy, keep the long leg line, and then add your statement piece. And this turns out that it's exactly how you like to dress.
Well, it is, and it just makes life very simple. I usually dress head to toe underneath in black, or you could use navy or chocolate brown or gray, usually a dark neutral as your underpinning head to toe. And then you add the sizzle or the drama with, it could be a shawl, it could be a jacket, or a blouse, and that's where you can add color too. And you're right, it is my uniform because it just makes life easy for me when you're traveling. My go-to pant is, you know, this Simply, or I like the Eileen Fisher,
Yes.
also crepe pant, and then tanks or tops underneath it. And I like this fuchsia, beautiful fuchsia silk jacket. Gives a little bit more of an evening look.
Yes, and the tank is very important too. It has to have a length, again, to go
Yeah.
over the tummy. And it has to, again, if it coincides in color with your bottom, you're off to the races.
Yeah, a little taller, a little slimmer.
Yeah. Here's a great way to add a touch of color to what you're wearing. Marlene is wearing one of our beautiful cashmere wraps in one of the new hot colors. And it's almost perfect.
Almost.
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 But we've kept it like it's really, really catching the neckline here. We're creating a horizontal line against the tummy so we can make this look a lot better in a flash. Okay.
So go to work, change it around here.
Okay.
Just adjusting it so it makes it a little bit more asymmetrical, right?
Exactly.
So that the eye is more going up and down instead of across.
Exactly. Cutting against the width and of the tummy.
And I do have my shoulder pads on. I don't go anywhere without.
Good for you. Again, that soft structure that you want. What we want to make sure is that both hands can be seen here, which is the case. And there we go. Beautiful in an instant. And this is a tip that works for every body shape. We've heard from you that when you're dressing your shape, you also want to look at what upcoming trends, wearable trends, you can use for your shape. So here's a look modeled by Karen that is really pre-fall perfect that you can get now. So velvet, you may recognize this top. Marlene is wearing it in jersey. Well, Ripkoff has done it in velvet. And guess what? Velvet is the new texture for fall. We're inviting you to wear it daytime, evening, anytime. Now Karen is like me. She's high busted, which means that this lovely V is great, but it's a peekaboo neckline for us. So we need to add a little something here. So we've added a black tank that kind of repeats in color in the bottom. We featured this on Wardrobe Wednesday. It's one of our new favorites. It's a knapsack print. I think it's called Picasso. Boy, an apple can wear this ever so beautifully. So it's all about doing a similar color on top, reprising the color on the bottom. Again, we're accentuating those gorgeous legs. If you can do a little bit of a heel here, an illusion heel, a booty even, by all means go ahead and do it. Accessories, the cherry on the sundae. So we've added this similar shape here to what's going on with the abstract bottom, and off we go. So we hope that you enjoyed this episode all about the apple. And again, I think that we've included tips and tricks that work for many, many body shapes as well.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. We have.
Yes.
And we're going to have a special show for you to end our body shape series next week. But today our giveaway is the necklace that Elaine has been
Yes.
wearing. It's a beautiful necklace, very much of a statement piece. So we'd love to hear from you about your thoughts and actually what you'd like us to talk about during the summer months here at Shepherd's on our Fashion Fridays, here at Shepherd's Fashions at Train Yards in Ottawa or shepherdsfashions.com.